Yeah.
True.
More efficient than doing every single judge.
So it wasn't.
Yeah, legal.
Oh, that's right.
I did it yesterday.
But you said
Then and I haven't.
discount.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and I didn't even say it. Oh, that's
You
not
required to do it.
No, well, I have three.
He's a really good guy. He's late start.
Well, I have the honor, and then I just.
I'm in my first case in the district court.
Yeah.
You stop there.
Yeah.
Take a
No, I stopped. Yes, I have the honor of announcing that. And then I just went.
Young and brain. Just wandering down the corridor. He's not in.
Good new people.
Yeah, pretty much. You have Pontello?
Kind of went down to
That would be great. You'll be there.
Actually, I was worried.
Yeah.
Intoxicated.
That could be good.
Passive. 4:45.
Something, they're breaking.
Yeah, look, you're absolutely right.
It's actually not a bad time of day.
I think
I haven't heard
And a lot of my medical practice. Must be so much of that stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I remember going to because Queensland just to read the commission. President and then judge of appeal and then judge. It's all just come out.
Oh, that makes a change.
Yeah, look, good. I'm thinking in 5 years about
Legality and returning after COVID.
no, but about Justice Bassett. Because he said, let us have a farewell. He was last time. He wasn't? No,
I spoke to him.
detail.
I don't know. I thought at the end of the conversation. I haven't said.
I'm not going everyone.
Oh, goodness no.
Silence or stand and remain standing. The full court of the Federal Court of Australia is now in session. Be seated, please.
Announcement of the appointment of Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales.
First, welcome everyone to the court for this special day, and may I welcome the President of the Bar Association and the President of the Law Society, and welcome them. Mr. Siptane.
I please the court. I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after Helen Ruth Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Siptane. Mr. Newton, who is appearing remotely.
Thank you, Your Honour. I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Dawud Reza Sibtain.
Thank you, Mr Newton. Mr Beckett.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence after my learned friend, Mr Guy Newton.
Thank you, Mr Beckett. Mr Hewitt.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, David Raymond.
Thank you, Mr Hewitt. Mr Neild.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Justin Charles Hewitt.
Thank you, Mr Neild. Mr Jones.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Bill Michael Neild.
Thank you, Mr Jones. Mr Cook.
I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Bradley Lloyd Jones.
Thank you, Mr Cook. Ms Matois.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence after my learned friend, Julian Cook.
Thank you, Ms Matois. Ms Stairs.
I have the honour to announce my appearance that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Ragni Martois.
Thank you, Ms Stairs. Mr Bender.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Ms Kelly Stairs.
Thank you, Mr Bender. Mr Cahoon.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Nicholas Bender.
Thank you, Mr Cahoon. Ms Beaumont.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Charles Cahoon.
Thank you, Ms Beaumont. Ms Bishop.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Justine Mary Beaumont.
Thank you, Ms Bishop. Mr Robertson.
Please, the Court, I have the honour to announce that I've been appointed as Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Elizabeth Ann Bishop.
Thank you, Mr Robertson. Mr Kay Hoyle.
May it please the Court, I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed as Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Scott Robertson.
Thank you, Mr Kay Hoyle. Mr Knowles.
Court, please. I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Jonathan K. Hoyle.
Thank you, Mr Knowles. Ms Barnett.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Troy Edwards.
Thank you, Ms Barnett. Mr Hutton.
I have the honour to announce that I have been appointed Senior Counsel for the State of New South Wales, taking rank and precedence next after my learned friend, Martha Barnett.
Thank you, Mr Hutton. Thank you all for coming. Again, it's wonderful to see so many in person after the last 3 years. On behalf of all the judges of the Federal Court of Australia, and in particular the judges of the New South Wales Registry, may I congratulate you on your appointments as Senior Counsel. And the Court is particularly delighted that friends and family can be present this year. They're most welcome, and we, the judges of the Court, are delighted to share in their pride at your appointment. The presence of family and friends reminds us all of the importance of the intertwining of the personal and the institutional on occasions such as this. It's important in the building of a fabric of a legal community, and thus a legal society and a society as a whole. This is something which we have glimpsed the possible loss of in the last 3 years, both locally and nationally, and it is something we should be aware of and always try to counteract. And it's particularly important for a national court. There has been from the beginning of this court in legislation in 1976 and in physical presence in February 1977, a close relationship between the New South Wales Bar and the judges of the court. The first then Chief Judge and the only Chief Judge and the first Chief Justice, Sir Nigel Bowen, had been President of the New South Wales Bar Association. He prided himself on leading a court in which it was both a pleasure and a challenge to appear, especially a pleasure for new counsel and new senior counsel. I should add today that the occasion is an important one in that it is the first and only occasion in which one of the senior counsel will appear before one of the judges on the bench. The move to senior counsel is an important one, personally and professionally for you, and important professionally for the court. It is a status in the law that long recognised traced back to the 17th century. The regeneration and reinvigoration of the senior bar is essential. It's a constant fluid process. The only static condition in life is change. The regeneration and reinvigoration of the bar is part of the institutional and societal continuity of tradition and bonds between generations. Before you realise it, you'll be no longer the newly minted silk, but silk of some years' standing. Appointment of senior counsel is a recognition of the standing that you have reached and received in the profession, and its recognition, a recognition of your learning and of your advocacy. It is a recognition by your peers and the courts that you are learned in the law and that you understand it. The work that you will now do will be different. It will carry greater responsibility. More will be expected of you, and this greater expectation will exist in clients, solicitors, juniors, judges, but most importantly, one hopes, in yourselves. Junior members of the bar and of the profession generally will look to you for guidance and leadership. Judges will look to you for assistance of a very special kind. All the members of this court look forward to and expect to receive that assistance from you, as I know they will. The expectation arises from the great importance of the institution of the senior bar and the legal profession as a whole, for the maintenance of a strong and independent judiciary and judicial system and the proper functioning of the administration of justice. You take your place at the most senior level in one branch of the profession, a profession that serves in effect as part of the only form of governmental power, judicial power, through the administration of justice, that has as its defining characteristic the protection of the individual and through that of society. Given it's my last occasion I'll speak on this in Sydney, I thought I'd add something. Just as the High Court in Kirk recognised that the place of the Supreme Court in the text and structure of the Constitution, one day the independence and strength of the profession and the bar will be recognised as part of the common law in which our Constitution sits. Thank you for your courtesy in announcing your appointment to the court. The court and all the judges of the court wish you well in the discharge of your special duties and responsibilities that you have now undertaken. The court will now adjourn.
All stand, please. The full court of the Federal Court of Australia is now adjourned.